Run every 10 minutes. Avoid the traffic. Don't get stuck in the delay. Ipswich Buses, proud to partner with Talking Town. Welcome back, my friends, and you are my friends. We have found Curtis. Look at that. We have found him. He has stopped walking. He has returned. We've got Cruncher back, and we've got Coxie.
Yeah, he looks a bit punch drunk from the fisherman.
Oh, he did a little. Wow. They've kissed
social media
up.
punch drunk. Yeah,
they've kissed and made up. He is in the chat saying, "My mate Nord's scoring." Mike, bloody official changes killed the game. Was good up until then. Wolf been fantastic. Glenn would like Udoa from Shrewsbury. Nora's not a fan of pennies, but we look far better going forward on the left-hand side. Wolfie head and shoulders best player of the pitch. Udoa looks a threat from them. I know Wolfie's somebody you've immediately picked out. Cruncher, how have you seen the Wolves' first 45?
He's been outstanding, hasn't he? Just keeps doing what he's been doing the last, 2 or 3 months, Martin. I think since he's obviously come back in the team when McGrill brought him back in against, I think it was Sunderland, wasn't it? The first pack out Portman Road game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought he's been head and shoulders our best player.
Yeah, I agree with that. Really good. And he stepped out of defence, didn't he, in that towards the end?
Yeah.
Could have made something
I like it when he does it. I think sometimes he should do it a little bit more, but then he has to pick his time to do it, and at the right times. But it's a funny game because I thought we started really well. Then the official got injured, and it killed all the sort of momentum that we had.
Absolutely. Yeah. What was the injury? Was it?
Don't know. Was it calf or hamstring? One of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of those. He went off.
If I'd have been there, it could have been my big moment. They needed an official. I could have been there. I could have been on the touchline with my.
This is my moment.
Big forward. Could have had my big. But there you go.
We never know. One more injury, they will be asking for those in the crowd.
Well, there you go. Unfortunately, I'm not in the crowd.
No,
I think he was in the crowd, wasn't he? The person who's come down. Yeah. Steve Finch, do you remember? Steve Finch that night at Portman Road.
Mm. Steve Finch, come on down. Curtis, thanks for joining us for half time and hopefully again at full time. Who's played well for you in that first 45?
I just thought Donatian's continued his form that he's had throughout the season, and therefore this is the reason why he would be my player of the year. I think from where he's come from to having no career at Town to his form that he's replicated over many games now, including today, I just think he's a level above a lot of people on that pitch, and I think he's been the most consistent there. But like Crunch said, that little break that we had, it just seems to have disrupted us, and it's just, we've kind of come back a bit lackluster, and it's just been all like middle of the park at the moment. Not to say we played badly, but it just kind of took the sting out of the game, because I did think we were just going to run rampant over him after the goal. But maybe second half we'll start again and then get those extra 3 goals that you predicted like Bry game.
Hey, it could have been, from the sounds of it, 3, 4, 5 in that first half. Coxie.
Yeah, it should have. Well, we was on the front foot. I mean, I know Yatesy probably wouldn't want me to agree with Mike, but there was a post he put on Twitter. Now there was more crosses in that first 5-10 minutes than that was in the whole bloody Cambridge game there.
I noticed that.
Is that the Matt Penny effect?
Yeah, well, he is. He's better at going forward. So he is often. We've been sort of a bit lackluster down the left-hand side. So yeah, he does offer us so much more going forward. It's just the other part of his game, like we said in the pre show. He's not very good at the going back, but the wing.
He got caught, didn't he, Chotsy, on the chance when Mate headed it over at the far post. He's got to do a lot better there,
Yeah. But then again, just to back up, what we said about Wolfie, when he stormed out of midfield, found Burnsy. Now that would have been a great bloody goal there, but Penny just couldn't connect. If he volleyed it in, we've been waxing lyrical about that one.
Is it just the effect of Matt Penny, Rich, in the sense of he's somebody that they have to contend with? Because Dominic Thompson, for all his good defensive work, isn't somebody I imagine many teams have to figure in a plan to stop or worry about. Whereas Penny, to his credit, when he
He's
gets
turned
the
up in the
ball, you
box a
have
couple of times, isn't he? He's in the opposition penalty area.
that has to create space somewhere else for
then he
for a
leaves
ball to come
gaps,
into the box.
but then he leaves gaps elsewhere. So it's a sort of. It depends what you want. It does depend what you want, but I think he's done okay. I'm not saying he's had a terrible game. He's done all right, but defensively there, mate, he should score at the far post. Really, he should score. He's had a bit of a free header, and Penny's got to be stronger there. And I think I was reading on, I think it was Stuart Watson's feed that Christian Walton gave him a bit of a talking to. So, look, we said it before. We'll probably say it again about Matt Penny. Martin, we know what he is, what he offers and what he doesn't. So, just it depends what you want.
Norwood got the goal, Coxie, and I know you want to talk about James Norwood, the good and the bad in the first 45. What did you make of Mr. Norwood's contribution to proceedings?
Yeah, he got the goal. Striker's supposed to score goals. That's what he did. He took it well. But then for me, as we said just before we went on air here, there was the Morsey tackle. There was not everyone was going in pushing, and Norwood suddenly came from somewhere. A bit of the old pushing and stuff. Look after your teammates, fair enough, but that wasn't needed. If there was people, pushing and shoving like we saw last week, fair enough. But it was needed. Wasn't needed.
You're not a fan of that, then, Coxie? Your striker running 10 yards, 5 yards, 20 yards to put a bit of an elbow, pushing this in the back of somebody.
Not put an elbow in, no. Violent conduct,
I didn't mean an elbow, I meant a push. But yeah, you're not a fan of that regardless.
Well, it depends on the side. If there's a few in there having a good old cushion match, there wasn't.
Okay. How about his actual, a link-up play, as Norman said? Because he says Norwood's control and passing has been poor today.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Norman's got it straight. Yeah, he has. It has been a bit poor, but he scored the goal. Let's give him credit.
He did. It was a good, well taken goal, Rich.
Yeah, good run. It was a second. Well, just before that, Chaplin. How's he not scored that header from point blank range? Look, it's a great save by the goalkeeper, mine. But you got to you have to put that chance away. But Norwood, it was a good run, great header. Look, I said I wanted a goal. He scored his goal. I do agree with Coxie. Sometimes his hold up play is not great, but he's on the pitch to score goals. Today he scored a goal. Let's hope he gets another one second half.
Absolutely. Someone who's often spoken about on the platform because a lot of people love him. Some want to see more of him. Sonny Aluko, how did you see his first 45, Rich?
Average.
No,
I think they all played pretty well until that break in play, and it was sort of we come back, and he's sort of a little bit going through the motions. I sat here watching, thinking, and then Shrewsbury had a couple of half sort of chances. They had the header, didn't they? They had a bit of pressure. We've had obviously Morsey got his customary yellow card.
He did,
and then Burgess got one just at half time.
From Aluko.
And so was the other one. Wes Burns has played us right in trouble, bang on half time.
Yeah.
And then Burgess has got booked, and he's got a yellow now. So they've both got to tread careful. But look, we're winning. I think we should go on and win this game. A good side, Martin, would go and win 2 or 3-0 here. Let's see second half what we've got.
Side, yeah.
We should put them to bed.
Ben feels this is a game where Bon could score. He feels. Would you bring Bon on, Curtis? Is that a chance you'd look? Would you look to make any changes at halftime or first 10?
No, I mean, for me, I'd be giving Norwood an extra 20-odd minutes second half, and then I'd be bringing Piggott on. For me now, I'm playing players that I view are going to be here next year, and for me, Bon's not going to be here next year. I don't think in his small appearances that Bon's had for the last 20-odd games, I don't think he's actually shown me enough to warrant any more chances. I'm done with giving him chances now. I want the players that I view are going to be here next year, or at least have a fighting chance to be here next year. So chuck Piggott on, see what he can do, and then go forward with that. But yeah, that's my view.
Did Bon not show enough in the first, before those last 20 games, with the scoring, near enough every week, it was almost, did he not show enough there to warrant more slack?
His credit in the bank has been thoroughly gone through now. I think there's only so much credit you can have and so many chances you can have. And without being funny, if McKenna liked what he saw, I mean, he liked him at first, but as recent games have shown, the game time has slowly been withdrawn from him. So I just think for me now, you move on to the players that are going to be here next year and have him around the squad by all means. And if you're desperate up front, whack him on and see what he can do. But I don't think in a game like this, I don't think you are desperate to have Bon up front. Whack Pigott on, see if you can give him a bit of joy up front, and then we'll see how we go from there.
Okay, perfect. We're back at full time.
I think. Sorry, Gov. I think if Bon had credit in his bank, he's in his overdraft now a bit with us.
I've just literally written that word down, overdraft. How spooky. But okay, fair point. Paul says, get a 2-goal lead, then try other options. And Mike D, all our struggles at the first touch of a trampoline. We're back at full time for the Fans React Show. Us four rather. And hopefully you guys and girls at home get involved with the live chat, live link. But join us then, as we have our say, hopefully on the back of a town comfortable win. We'll see it full time.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better.